think it's stability that everybody wants to look for, but I don't think that that's something that's often seen until somebody comes in that's not in that cycle that breaks it. We go to food banks, food drives, we go to housing communities and just get the message out there.
In my 20s, I was lost. Like I was I was working, I was paying my bills, I was able to make ends meet, but I didn't have a direction. It wasn't pushed on me, find a career, make something of yourself.
I just wanted to do something that was meaningful. And I know that sounds really cheesy, but I wanted to do something that I never would look back and say I wasted my life. So for me, whenever I thought about it, I thought medicine. That's my calling. I just felt like I didn't have anybody to kind of give me a hand.
I've always been a stay-at-home mom. I stopped going to school and I worked because I needed the money more than I needed the education.
Admittedly, the system is broken. The system is shaped in the same way that it's been shaped for hundreds of years. And it's kind of hard to break through that.
What made me want something different is for my kids. I wanted more for them than I had for me growing up. I wanted to show them that no matter what you go through, you can always amount to something.
So the gap was literally a mindset that I had. I can't do it alone. I don't have money, I'm not a rich kid. I have all the dreams and aspirations, I just can't get there. And I was kind of in a circle, in a rut.
Just getting by was good enough until I decided to have a baby. I was 30 years old, living back at home in my old high school bedroom with a crib next to me. And I was like, what am I gonna do?
I always wanted to be involved with tech at any level. But I realized that where I was at, I started to see the ceiling. I started to see the ceiling of what my current skill set could achieve. And so seeing that gap, it was about finding the right resources to put you on that path.
There's so many obstacles that you wouldn't believe that our participants go through, and we have to put all of our forces together and come at it from every angle as well when it comes to helping them. We're providing them an opportunity. It's not just a meal or a one-time thing that you can come back to. It's a shot at an education to further yourself and help your family break the generational poverty cycle.
When I first met Project Quest and I started talking to them and they offered me all the opportunities that I was looking for, I just literally, honestly thought it was a miracle because I didn't think that that was possible. I was like shocked, like this is really happening? Like this could happen to somebody like me?
So when I met with my career coach for the first time, she just really kind of gave me, it felt like unlimited assistance. Even though there were limits, even though they gave us a list of what they could do, it just felt like, oh my gosh, like here it is, finally, a hand.
We're in a really great position as career coaches and as Project Quest who helps them get out of their own way.
A lot of the skill sets that I wanted and, looking into going deeper into tech, there's usually a gap, a period of time that it takes for you to pick up these skills. I can't do that without having some sort of income. When Project Quest came into my life, they could make that possible. They could make it so that I leave my existing job and have some sort of income coming in.
I decided to start looking into becoming a nurse. I applied for Project Quest, I ended up qualifying, and I joined. They helped pay my tuition, helped pay for books, made sure I had my uniforms.
Not only do we assist with financials throughout school, we also assist with rental and utility assistance if needed, and then any resources in the city, we try to make those available to them as well, because we know that life happens.
That's what Project Quest is here for, to help us achieve our goal, not to help us get burdened with more stuff than we already have.
When Project Quest, when they came along, I thought there were strings attached to everything, and it wasn't like that. The mindset for Project Quest is completely different. It's, we want to help you because we can, and because we know you can be better.
We want to help you grow in all aspects, right? So you're going through your training to develop yourself, but we're here to develop you as a professional and personally.
Project Quest, I feel, is that the parent that knew what it was like to take tests, that knew what it was like to write papers, that knew what it was like to make deadlines.
Training is hard, it's not easy. Going through school is difficult for anybody.
It's hard, and it's something that you have to want deep down. and to not give up. They were there with me the whole way, and they're still there with me now. Even when I finish, they're still going to be there with me.
The thing that remained consistent is them wanting to guide us through the process. You never really felt like you were alone. You had a support system at Project Quest.
They're not only going on to bigger and better things, but they still have Project Quest there for them at the end.
By Project Quest just giving me that little hand lifted me to where I needed to be to get that first degree, my associate degree, and now I'm working towards my master's degree. If you would have asked me 15 years ago that I would be a master prepared person, I would have laughed at anybody.
I got my RN, so I've been an RN for almost 7 years. I became a CPR instructor and actually started certifying Project Quest students.
I now work at a successful startup company from Europe. It allows me to apply the skills that I've learned. It's truly incredible.
Right now I do pediatrics, but I don't want to stay as a clinical medical assistant. I feel like I can keep advancing myself.
Project Quest has given me the ability for me not to struggle. In turn, my child does not know what it's like to struggle. And I'm really hoping that she will continue in my footsteps.
The attitude that Project Quest instills is you can be so much more. You can gain so much more. And not only can you be more, but people down the road, you can benefit them.